Welcome students. This is the another lecture. This is today we will discuss for the selection sort algorithm. Okay, so what is the selection sort? The selection sort algorithm sorts an array by repeatedly finding the minimum element, considering ascending order from unsorted part and putting it at the beginning. The algorithm maintains two subarray in a given array. The subarray which is already sorted, remaining subarray which is unsorted. Okay, in every iteration of selection sort, the minimum element considering ascending order from the unsorted subarray is picked and moved to the sorted subarray. How it is working? Okay, working selection of the sort algorithm. So here I will show you something. How to remember, how to save the data in your memory. So selection sort, at first I will show you the coding. Okay, so this is the program. The program is same. Okay, we will discuss later. At first I will show you how to, because for your CAT exam it is very important how to save the data in your memory. So this is the algorithm for I is equal to 0, I is less than n minus 1, I plus plus, and you are writing I is equal to minimum, then for j is equal to I plus 1, j is less than n, j plus plus. Then if aj is less than a minimum, then minimum is equal to j, and after then swapping a minimum and ai. So actually what is going on here? We are finding the index. We are finding the index where the element is minimum. Getting? You are finding the index where the element is minimum. Okay, you can see you are finding the index where the element is minimum. Now what is the key? Key is finding minimum then swap. So you can see that the ladder, if you can remember this graph, then it is very easy to learn the selection sort. Okay, so very simple. Bubble sort, the graph was like this, now the graph is like this. Okay, so you can see that at first we have placed the minimum element here, then second minimum element, then third minimum element, then fourth minimum element, then fifth minimum element, then sixth minimum element, then seventh minimum element, at last minimum element. So whenever the examiner he will give you something, then you have to place one by one all the smallest element. Answer. Okay, this is a trick. Now, so you can see here, if for I is equal to 0, I is less than n minus 1, so I is equal to minimum. Now here, check here, I is equal to 0, then this loop is working n minus 1 time, because j is less than n. If I is equal to 1, then it is working from 2 to n minus 1 time. Then I is equal to 2, then this is working from 3 to n minus 1 time. So every time before it was working from this to this, then after then it was working from 1 to this, then 2 to this, then 3 to this. Means your second loop, it is not checking here, it is not checking here, it is not checking here, it is not checking here. So every time that you are saving the time. Okay, so the ladder is like this. When I is equal to 0, then it is working, j is working n minus 1 time. When I is equal to 1, then j is working n minus 2 time. When I is equal to 2, then j is working n minus 3 time. When I is equal to n minus 1, then j is working 0 times. Okay, this is a very simple method for your CAT exam, how to save the data in your memory. Getting? Very simple. Now I will show you this. Now suppose you want to learn how it is working. This is the code. If you want to learn the code, then you must come here, otherwise you must stop the video. Okay, so now has include studio.h, same line. Okay, we initialize the array and we are finding the size. Then this is the only to print the array. Already you know that how to print the array. Nonsense. Now already you know that how to swap two variables. This is also nonsense. Okay, now this is the algorithm. The algorithm is only this. Sorry, the algorithm is only the 4 lines. Okay, this is the algorithm. How it is working, I will show you. Now this is the main function. Inside the main function, section and print. You are calling to the section function, then you are calling to the print function. Done. Okay, now if you will run it. So now you can see how many swappings are there. Done. Okay, how it is working? Question. Now I will show you this. Okay, this is your array 3, 5, 1, 9, 8, 2, 4, 7. So initially I is working 0 to 6 because n is 8 and your I is working. I will show you your I is working here 0 to n minus 1. N minus means 8 minus 1 is 7 and 7 is less than I means I is working 0 to 6. It means that. Okay, so we have written here I is working from 0 to 6. So once I is equal to 0, okay, once I is equal to 0, then J will work how many times? J will work how many times? Because J is working from 0 plus 1. 1 to less than n. 8 is n. N is equal to 8 means 7. Okay, J is working from 1 to 7. Getting? Very simple. Because this is 8 and less than 8 means 7. Very simple. So J is working from 1 to 7. Now J is equal to 1. Then you are finding, we have written no swap. Okay, because it is asking, again come here, if AJ is less than A minimum, we will swap at last. Remember, at first our target, we are finding the data, we are finding the index where the value is minimum. In your exam, in your CAT exam, what will you write? You are finding the index where the value is minimum, then you will swap it. Nothing. This is your algorithm. So for J is equal to 1, what is going on here? For J is equal to 1, I will show you the code. J is equal to 1. J is equal to 1. So what is minimum? Minimum is equal to 0. Okay, because I is 0. For I is equal to 0. So A0, A1 is less than A0. A1 is less than A0. See here. A1 is less than A0. A1 is less than A0. No. 5 is not less than 3. No. Minimum is this. 1 is less than 3. Yes. Now minimum is this. Minimum is this means minimum is 2. Means index 0, 1, 2. Index is 2. Okay. Means minimum element present at index 2. Okay. Now again it will check J. For J is equal to 3. Minimum is there? No. 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 One by one is thing. So this is the minimum, means minimum minimum element present at index 2. So at last you will swap this 2 means index 2. At last you will swap A minimum and A0. What is A0? At last you will swap A minimum and AI. What was I? I was 0. Getting? I was 0. You have to swap minimum and AI. What was I? Initially I was 0. For I is equal to 0, at first by the help of I is equal to 0 you are finding the minimum index, then you are swapping minimum and AI. Okay, very simple. So now come here. So you swapped minimum is 2, means you are swapping A2 and A0. What is A2? A2 is this and this. Both you swapped, so 1 will come here. So 1, 5, 3, this is your new array. Okay. Now this is for your new array. Now again I plus plus. Once I plus plus means I is equal to 1. Okay. So again your I is equal to 1. Okay. For I is equal to 1, minimum is equal to 1. Again this loop will work from 2 to n minus 1, means 2 to 7. Again it will check where the element is minimum. So it is checking the index where the element is minimum. Already you know the very simple, where the element is minimum. Where the element is minimum, this is okay. So this is your index, means you will swap this and this. Very simple. You will swap this and this. So 5 and 2 will swap. Okay, done. Okay. Now again now the loop will work from here to here. Okay, because J will work from here to here, because I is this. Okay, 0, 1, 2. I is equal to 2. For I is equal to 2 from here to here. So your I is this, and you will find where the element is the minimum. Okay, so the no one is okay. It will swap. It will swap means swapping between A3 to A3. Okay, very simple. Now again you will check. This is your I. Next time I is this, and you are finding minimum is minimum. This is minimum. So you will swap 4 and 9. 4 will come here. 9 will come here. Very simple. Okay, 4 will come, 9 will come here. Okay, now next you will come from here to here. Which one is the minimum? This is minimum. Okay, this is minimum means you will swap this and this. So 5 will come here, 8 will come here. Now here, very simple, 8, 9, 7. Again you have to check which one is the minimum. Already this is sorted. Done, done, done. Very simple. I think that you understand. Very simple. Okay, very simple. One very interesting question. I will show you. What is the interesting question? Last one. Okay, last one, sorry. For this one, 5 is equal to 9 and 8, both will swap. So this is done. Okay, so this is your final answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. So this is your final answer. So for all the value of I, how it is working, already we have explained. If you are facing any problem, then you must ask us, and you must also pause the video, and we have written everything. We cannot explain everything in our video, okay, online. So all the lines already we have written. If you are facing any problem, then you must ask us. So this is, and already we have also compiled also it. So in this question, in the GATE exam, they have asked one question. What question they have asked? There are many types of sorting. Okay, in the GATE exam they have asked total number of swapping. This is n times. This question it has come in your GATE exam. I think that you understand. Thank you so much.